Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly forecast for May 30th through June 3rd. We do have a new moon in Gemini coming up here on the 30th. New moons are always a great time for setting intention for manifesting, for calling things in. So we're going to connect here and see what messages are coming up for the Scorpio collective. You might stumble upon this video a few weeks from now, a few months from now, a few years from now. It's all good. You're going to find it whenever you're meant to find it, whenever it's time to hear the messages that are in it. Do keep in mind this is a general reading for the Scorpio collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does and leave what doesn't. Let's get right on into it, my darlings. The first card we have coming up here is the King of Wands. Now, traditionally, the court cards could be a person coming into a situation. I know a lot of people are used to watching tarot for love and romance, so we're used to seeing it as like outside influences. And that can be the case for some of you. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign person, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Or somebody with these characteristics. But if you're new to my channel, welcome. In the weekly forecasts, I want it to be about you, and I want to focus on you and your journey, less about other people. So the love and romance readings I do separate on my channel. I link them in the description. Some of you may be dealing with a King of Wands type person, or you may be coming into the characteristics of the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a very hardworking, self-made man. Okay, King of Wands is not somebody who has had opportunities handed to them. They've had to create change. They've had to create their own opportunities. And you guys have heard me say this before about this card, those of you who watch my channel. And I really do regret not taking down note of the reference I got this from or the person who wrote it. But somebody had written something where they were describing the King of Wands, like what kind of person this is. And what they were basically saying was like, this is the kind of king that's not born into power. This is not royalty. This is someone who was born into destitution and struggle and saw a way that he could meet the needs of the people and in turn bring himself stability and abundance. And he created a sense of economy in this way. And people were like, wow, you are amazing. Please lead us. Please show us the way. And the people appointed him as king. He's like the people's king. They chose him to lead them because he came up with solutions when there were none. And so he created opportunities when there were none. And this may be the energy that you're coming into as a Scorpio. Scorpios are very, very good at reinventing themselves. Scorpio is associated with the phoenix, right? It's like we crash and burn and we rise again and we come back better and stronger and brighter. And so some of you may be going into like this cycle of reinvention or creating opportunities. Maybe you're like, the things I've been doing aren't working for me. Maybe you're wanting something next level. You're ready for just something a little bit more, but you may be in the process of creating something right now. You may also be in the process of focusing on wanting to do some kind of philanthropy. The King of Wands is very generous and he wants to give back. He knows what it is to struggle. So he's always eager to help others, to mentor others, to show others the way, or to give back to the community. And so some of you may be feeling this desire to give back or to help, or you're thinking about ways that you're wanting to fulfill a need in your community. Some of you may be getting an idea, like, you know what this place needs, you know what this town needs. You may be kind of like in that mindset, and so some of you may be coming up with some really great ideas right now that are going to improve your community and be helpful to people, but also be something that is bringing in financial abundance for you. The next card that's coming up here for Scorpio is the Three of Swords. You're like, yeah, just our luck, right? Now, the Three of Swords can come up in a few different ways, okay? The Three of Swords can be that there is some truth that is being revealed to us, and we may feel sad, we may feel hurt, we may feel betrayed. There could be something happening or coming in here that is coming in as a release. And so, oftentimes, the Three of Swords for me in a reading is like some truth being revealed, but it's being revealed so that you can know where you're putting energy. That's like spirit is telling you, don't put your energy there anymore. Okay, don't put your loyalty there anymore. Spirit is showing you where not to waste your time. It can be in a work situation, it could be in a family situation, a friendship situation, it can be in a romantic situation. It could just be something is happening where you're putting energy, time, loyalty, and spirit is saying, nope, this person or this situation does not deserve your energy and your loyalty. Therefore, something may be happening that's freeing you up for this new pursuit. Whereas maybe before you would have been like, no, I can't do that because I have this obligation, or I don't want to leave this person out, or I want to be here for this person, or these people need me. And Spirit's like, if you knew what was going on behind closed doors, if you knew what these people were saying or doing, you would live your life. You wouldn't be making this sacrifice. That's one thing about Scorpios, right? Scorpios are, say what you will about a Scorpio, but Scorpios are fiercely loyal, right? Like they're gonna be very ride or die when they care, when they're invested in a situation, and they do everything with their whole heart. They give everything with their whole heart. Scorpios aren't good at half-assing things. And so spirit may be showing you this situation, this person is not worthy of your heart. And when this truth is revealed, it might burn, it might sting, it might hurt a little bit. Okay? This could be maybe you were being very loyal to your job, or you're like, this place is gonna fall apart without me, and oh well, they can't give me a raise right now, or they can't give me the promotion right now, but I'm working my butt off and I'm here, and I know when things turn around they're gonna reward me. And then you might find out that some new person who hasn't even been there that long, they let too much spill, and you find out that they got a raise and they're getting paid more than you, and they're not even doing half of what you're doing. Or somebody else gets the promotion, or something might be happening where spirit is saying, look, this is not where you should be putting your energy. This is not where you should be putting your loyalty. It can be in your personal life. And a lot of you have heard me say this before about the Three of Swords. Three of Swords comes up a lot of the times when there's a really big blessing coming your way, and Spirit shows you who the snakes in the grass are. Spirit shows you who doesn't get to be at your table, who doesn't get to have a piece of this blessing, or who doesn't deserve to have a piece of this blessing. So it's gonna hurt, it's gonna sting when this truth is revealed. But I've said this before, Three of Swords, sadness or pain, reminds me of when I used to teach preschool and the babies would be running around the playground. One would fall and get hurt. They're screaming and crying like it's the end of the world. It's real, it's genuine, it's real emotion. But you give them a hug, you give them an ice pack, you give them a band-aid, and they're running off and they're a T-Rex or Paw Patrol or whatever superhero they're pretending to be, like nothing even happened, like in 2 seconds, like less than a minute. So the feelings may be intense, but this isn't going to be a long lasting thing. This isn't going to be like a depression that's lasting for months, or something that's going to take a really hard time or a really long time to get over. It's just a quick release, and then you're just like, oh, okay, well, that's off my chest. I feel lighter. I feel better. But there may be a truth being revealed to you so that you don't miss out on opportunities, or you don't turn down opportunities because you feel like you have to be loyal, or you have to be there for someone, or for some cause, or for some situation. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it was a yeah, it was a my dears. So again, this could be a person coming into a situation, and it could be an air sign person, it could be a Libra, Aquarius, a Gemini, it could be you yourself. If you have those placements, if you have air sign placements, I know a lot of you Scorpios, on this channel have Taurus and Libra placements because I see it in the comments. I'm a Scorpio with Taurus and Libra placement as well, Virgo placement. So with this Queen of Swords, there's this energy here of like boundaries. Okay. Queen of Swords is very clear about what she wants and where she wants to go, and she's not gonna tolerate anybody who's sabotaging that. She's not gonna tolerate anybody who's drilling holes in the boat. Having the Three of Swords and the Queen of Swords coming in together, I hate to say this, but it gives me a feeling, in a sense, my dear Scorpio, that you're going to discover this week that there may be someone who is drilling holes in the boat when you're not looking. You may discover that there is someone who is speaking negatively in a way that might be, kind of like they're trying to impact your reputation, or they're trying to put themselves above you in some kind of way, or you're on the verge of doing something and they don't want you to succeed because they, in their sick way, they don't want to lose you and they're trying to hold on to you. But you may discover that you're feeling in some way somebody is sabotaging your work, or trying to sabotage you from succeeding or being seen. Some of you may discover that somebody is speaking ill of you, or trying to um, uh, make themselves look better, because they feel threatened by you in like personal situations or like in love life. So some of you may be discovering some kind of a frenemy. Like they might feel like you're getting more attention than them, or they might feel a little bit insecure and they don't want those people to ask you out or be interested in you. So they may be saying things about you that make you seem like you wouldn't be a good person to get to know, or you wouldn't be a good partner. Something like that might be getting revealed for some of you, but it could be any aspect of your life. But I feel here with this Three of Swords and this Queen of Swords, you may be discovering that somebody is trying to slow you down. Slow you down, keep you from opportunities, keep you from being seen, being noticed. And it's like a weird way of like, well, I don't want to lose you, right? And so, gosh, hopefully that's not the case for the majority of you or any of you. But I do kind of get that feeling or that sense here with this Three of Swords and this Queen of Swords. There could be some sacrifices that you have been making for a certain area of your life. Like if you have air in certain houses, or certain placements, you have been making sacrifices for those areas of your life, or those pursuits, and you may be deciding, I don't want to make that sacrifice anymore. It's not worth it for me anymore. So there could be just like a restructuring here of where you're putting your energy, where you're putting your time, where you're putting your effort, and putting down boundaries here. Boundaries here with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is not going to suffer foolishness. She's not going to put up with foolishness, and she's not going to put up with anybody who's not supportive. Some of you may be embarking on a journey, embarking on an endeavor. Something may be presenting itself, and you may have Three of Swords that people don't have your back. They're not happy for you. They're criticizing you, or they're saying you shouldn't do this, or they're discouraging you, and you're like, why can't you just be happy for me? Why can't you just be supportive? Queen of Swords isn't going to put up with it because she has suffered in her life. Queen of Swords has had a hard life, and she just doesn't want to hear it, right? She wants to be happy. She wants to get the job done. She doesn't want to hear complaining. She doesn't want to hear people saying, well, you know what you really should do. She's like, shut up. I don't want to hear it. Either you have my back or you don't. Either you're going to be supportive or you're not. And if you're not, have a nice life, right? She's not going to tolerate that negativity, the complaining. She doesn't want to hear it. And so it's just, some of you just might be just like, I just want supportive people. I want positive people. I don't want this negativity. I don't want this criticizing. I don't want this nitpicking and overanalyzing. So some of you may be drawing boundaries this week. Your next card here, interestingly enough, was the card of the day for May 30th, is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands can be choices and decisions where we have to weigh out the pros and cons, right? And it might be a difficult decision to make. This could be something that's going to make a big change in your life, or kind of alter your direction, or like change the course of what you were doing. And so this could be a big decision. And the Two of Wands says you have to weigh the pros and cons. And one of the feelings I felt when I saw the Two of Wands come up in the daily message, and it came up for one of the other cards for the week ahead. It came up for one of the other signs for the week ahead. I can't remember who. I don't know if it was. I can't remember who. It may have been one of the air signs. But it came up with this feeling of like there's some offer coming in for you, but you're having to do something you don't want to do, that you're just like, oh God, I really don't want to do that again. but but you're getting a lot out of it. Like, if you could just suck it up and do the thing you don't want to do, what you're getting in return is going to be well worth it. Like, it's going to be worth your while. Because I remember having this feeling, and the example Spirit gave me is like, I'm really tired of moving. Like, I've moved so much. And it's like, if something came up for me where it was like, well, hey, you can have this great situation, but you've got to move, I'd be like, like, I'm just like so tired of moving. But what you're getting out of it is going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it to just suck it up and say, okay, this is like something I don't really feel like doing, but I'll suck it up and I'll do it, right? And like, it's not even out of a sense of attachment. I'm not like, oh, I'm going to miss my, where I am so much. I don't care. I'm just tired of moving. And so, but like, whatever it might be for you, looking for a new job, maybe you have to move, maybe it's work or something that you're just like, I don't really like doing that work, but this would be a nice little, a chunk of change that I could take and, start something new and, focus on what I want to do down the road, or whatever it might be. There just might be something that you're just like, I don't want to do it, but the trade-off is going to be worth your while. And I have to say this because I see this happen so many times in the readings. Is somebody will come up in the comments and they'll be like, they'll think of the worst case scenario, and that when I'm saying you have to do something you don't want to do, they think that I'm saying that they have to put themselves in a dangerous situation, or they have to put themselves in harm's way. And I'm not saying that. I don't want you to be in danger. I don't want you to be in harm's way. I don't want you to get hurt. Okay, I don't want you to be in a toxic situation. Your angels and guides don't want that for you. God doesn't want that for you. Nobody is telling you to do something that's going to be detrimental, okay, to yourself. That's not what I mean. I just mean something you don't feel like doing that might be unpleasant or annoying, or you're just like, like, that's what I mean. I don't mean putting yourself in harm's way. I really have to emphasize that. One more thing about the Two of Wands. There may be an offer coming in where somebody is feeling like they're going to really benefit from you, and you have no clue how much they're going to benefit from you, and they know this, and so they may be lowballing you. Like, I give the example, it could be a job situation, and they know that you don't know how this works, and so they're lowballing you, or they're giving you a low figure. But if you took a couple of minutes to do a Google search and to see, okay, what is the uh, going rate for this position? Are the responsibilities they're laying out for me, is it more than one position that they're gluing together? You can put that into your negotiation. Well, this is what the going rate is, plus you're having me do a little bit of extra, so it should be the going rate plus a little bit of extra. You have a chance here to negotiate. Also, somebody may be making you an offer. It could be a personal offer. It could be a collaboration. It could be somebody asking you out. It could be somebody asking you to move in. It could be somebody wanting to work out some kind of a trade with you. And you just need to ask questions here to avoid a situation where you go in with different expectations, and then you're really sad and you're really disappointed because it's not what you thought it was going to be. A lot of the times we go into a situation that doesn't meet our expectation, and we want out of it right away. And unfortunately, it's not a bad situation. Like, we can make it work. It can be a really wonderful thing. But because it didn't meet our expectation, we get in this all or nothing thinking, and we're like, nope, I'm done. I want out. Nope, never mind. Didn't sign up for this. And we walk away from something that could have been very good, something that could have been very beneficial. So to avoid that, to avoid the disappointment, to avoid throwing the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak, before you agree, communicate, ask questions, define roles, define expectations, define responsibilities, define the ground rules, the boundaries, the responsibilities. If you do that, then you can agree and go into this situation and get the most out of it and be happy and be pleasantly surprised instead of sorely disappointed. Okay, it's all about how we're approaching the situation. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. You may want to check out the love and romance readings for June. Those are linked in the description. If you would like a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangellite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. Don't forget, every single day I do a daily message on the channel as well. Please be sure to check those out if you feel so inclined. And I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, Scorpio.